Police Force launches records management system, and Public Health Ministry looks to broaden collaboration in areas of traditional medicine. It's Thursday, July 18. These and other stories in today's news. The Ghana Police Force today launched its Police Records Management Information System, or PRMIS. This new program will ensure efficient record keeping, thereby guaranteeing much needed information is readily available to officers as they carry out their daily duties.
It is an evidence-based approach that will vastly help regional and national institutions in that regard. So literally in every regard, what we are talking about here today is vital in the fight against violence and crime, effectively violent crime.
PRMIS is being made possible under the Carry Secure project, which is a regional initiative. The main goal is to decrease incidents of youth crime and violence through effective data-driven policy making and programming in the Eastern and Southern Caribbean.
Since 2016, we have had endorsed the United Nations Development Program, which was entitled Strengthening Evidence-Based Decision Making for Citizen Security in the Caribbean. And Guyana is not the only country. I understand there are 9 other countries which are involved in this security data development. I remember in 2017 too, we appointed a National Carry Secure Task Force for the implementation of this data-driven process and policy.
The program will be implemented for a 6-month trial period at the Albertown and Fort Wellington police stations before being implemented at other police stations across the country. Speaking on behalf of the U.S. Ambassador, Deputy Chief of Mission of the U.S. Government, Mark Coulinet, said that as criminals become savvier with the growing use of information technology, so must law enforcement as well.
It is therefore imperative that law enforcement officials also make clever use of technology to optimize their work in stopping the illegal activities that cost this country and others in the region and its people so much. The U.S. government is therefore very pleased to partner with the government of Guyana on the Carry Secure project implemented by the United Nations Development Program.
From the Police Officers Training Center, Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
The very first oil production vessel to be placed in Guyana's waters, the Liza Destiny, has departed Singapore for these shores. According to a press release issued on Thursday from ExxonMobil, the Liza Destiny has a production capacity of up to 120,000 barrels of oil per day and an overall storage volume of 1.6 million barrels. The floating production, storage and offloading vessel is expected to arrive in Ghana in September as the country readies for first oil in 2020. During normal operations, there will be at least 80 persons living and working aboard the vessel. 24 operations and maintenance technicians who are currently being trained in Canada will return in 2020 to support work on the vessel. This FPSO is a significant component of the Liza Phase 1 development, which involves 4 undersea drill centers with 17 production wells. While no talks were held today between the government and the opposition on the selection of nominees for GCOM chair, we bring you an update from yesterday's meeting. On July 17, the process to continue the selection of nominees for the position of GCOM chair continued with a high-level meeting between the President's representatives and those of the opposition leader.
The President's team was Minister Vola Lawrence and myself, and the leader of the opposition team was Mr. Irfan Ali and Mr. Anil Nandlal. At the meeting, the leader of the opposition team presented 4 additional names to be considered and indicated to us that the 2 names that were submitted by the President did not find favor with the leader of the opposition. We agreed that the list of names that have now been submitted, the further list, will be considered by His Excellency the President, and any further directions on the matter will be given by His Excellency the President.
According to the Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, the process will continue.
The President's understanding of the ruling of the Caribbean Court of Justice is that in the hammering out process that he will make submissions and that he expects that the submissions will receive consideration by the Leader of the Opposition in a list that is consensual that will come to him. So I cannot say exactly whether the President will submit more names, but that is clearly something which might very well be.
Guyana is exploring multiple areas of collaboration in traditional medicine with China. Today, a Chinese delegation paid a courtesy call on the Minister of Public Health, Walter Lawrence, to discuss this step.
We recognize the strength and the experiences from the many centuries of practice of medicine by the people of China. And so we know that there is much that we can learn from them.
The public health minister highlighted one possible area of collaboration with a Chinese team from Jiangsu province.
Both countries, our peoples have emerged from the use of traditional medicine as the only medicine at one point in time that they had available to them, to now where we see Jiangsu province has been able to master the game in traditional medicine and to offer it as an alternative to its people.
While noting that there are hurdles to overcome with respect to drafting of legislation and enacting policies to facilitate and regulate traditional medicine use in Guyana, Minister Lawrence said it's a course of direction the government will take. The public health minister expressed that collaboration in traditional medicine will allow Guyanese a choice as they seek healthcare services. Interpreting for an inspector of foreign affairs of Jiangsu province, Tua Wang stated the main achievable outcome from the partnership.
So I think Guyana will also build a healthier Guyana.
The coalition government is pursuing a memorandum of understanding with Jiangsu province in the healthcare field. An invitation was extended to Minister Lawrence to visit Jiangsu's medical facilities in China. Shaquille Bourne, Foreign for Hub.
Still to come, 30 early childcare providers certified and over 500 complete successfully the Guyana National Cadet Corps training camp. These and more after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. The Small Business Bureau has disbursed over $11 million in grants to 36 small businesses in Georgetown and Berbice.
The young entrepreneurs received approximately $310,000 each to either expand or start up their businesses. 21 are in Georgetown, while 15 hails from Berbice. This comes on the heels of completing 12 weeks of entrepreneurial training program under the Citizen Security Strengthening Program. Tunisia Gare from Mocha on the East Bank Demerara is the owner of Cake Excellence and will be using a grant to expand her venture so she can cater to more customers.
Receiving this grant will help to boost the business, like buy the tools and the machines that are necessary for creating advanced and better cakes for people.
Felicia Denny, owner of Felicia's Design and Upholstery Service, said she was happy to be reaping the rewards of the training. She too will be using the grant to expand her business. Denny also proudly wore a top she designed.
In terms of equipment, because that's mostly what I'm buying, like to expand the business and also to make it more noticeable.
Program coordinator Clement Henry encouraged the entrepreneurs to let the grant be a stepping stone to further expand their businesses.
Our hope is that you will prudently utilize this grant. And this is not the end of your business. This is just the start. This is just probably an upgrade for you. We expect that you will think big. You will consider other sources of finances so that you can continually expand your business.
The training falls under the first component of the IDB-funded program piloted by the Ministry of Public Security, targeting 4,000 youths in 20 communities from 5 regions. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
30 early childhood development practitioners received their certificates after a 9-week practical exercise that focused on the importance of early childhood development.
The program was facilitated by the Child Care and Protection Agency, CPA, UNICEF, and the Board of Industrial Training, BIT. At their graduation exercise held on July 17, BIT Human Resource Officer Kathy Smith noted the facilitator's satisfaction with the successful completion of the course by the 30 graduates.
The collaborative effort with UNICEF is just the beginning of a new road for child care practitioners in Guyana. Many organizations and institutions have been calling for an affordable, and some of you can attest to that, formal training, and we are pleased that it is finally here.
Some of the graduates said prior to embarking on this course, many worked with daycare service providers and will now seek advanced studies in early childhood development.
I was already working in the daycare, and actually my boss got a call saying that they're putting on this program for childcare, and she chose me. I'm actually looking to go forward with it, moving forward. Want to go to the University of Guyana to continue.
In his remarks, Minister within the Ministry of Social Protection, the Honorable Keith Scott, explained that their certification now allows them to work not only in Guyana but throughout the Caribbean region.
That certificate allows you now to move from Guyana to Trinidad to Barbados and be recognized and to have free legal access to a job in any one of those countries.
The minister further described child care providers as the above-ordinary worker since they are responsible for the safety and guidance of the children in their care. Natisha Isaacs for InfoHub.
Over 500 of the nation's future leaders attached to the Guyana National Cadet Corps are standing tall and proud after successfully completing their 10-day training camp.
Held at the Cottonfield Government Compound, Region 2, Pomeroon, Suriname, the camp is the second of its kind to garner participants from schools across the country. Minister of Social Cohesion, Honorable Dr. George Norton, commended the cadets for their participation in the camp. He noted that this ceremony also presented an excellent opportunity to show appreciation to the cadets who hoisted the golden arrowhead on May 26 at Durban Park.
It was a spectacle of a rich and prosperous future, one that is led by our young people. It was our youths who were tasked with taking charge of the parade and flag-raising ceremony. Our young people executed a spectacular cultural program, followed by a grand parade, and then the mesmerizing hoisting of the golden arrowhead.
The cadets were exposed to adventure, academics, and social and cultural activities, among others, throughout the camp. They also visited historical sites within the region. Chief of Staff Brigadier Patrick West highlighted that there was an increase in participants this year when compared to the Corps last year, noting that this improvement is a sign of more to come.
I know to date that the experience has been an eye-opening one for many of you. It has served to foster camaraderie, and create new friendships and exchange of ideas as you shared and learned from each other over the last 10 days. When you return to your homes and schools, share your experiences. Be good ambassadors and recruiters for the Guyana National Cadet Corps. You are our walking, breathing, living posters. Live up to the image that we want you to be.
The participants were from Berbice High, St. Ignatius, Stewartville, Hope and North Rhymeville Multilateral Secondary, Mackenzie High School, Northwest, Fort Wellington, Madia, Cottonfield, and Bartica Secondary Schools. The participants were also given a stipend to assist in the purchase of their school supplies. For InfoHub, Anara Khan.
That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is available on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.